Hello everyone. Sorry. I think I had my mic muted. Give me just a second. And I'm getting all of my stuff up. I'm wearing my glasses today, y'all, because I cannot see. In a minute I'll explain because I know that I had let me make sure this chat's working too. Oh crap. I know what I gotta do. Give me just a second, y'all. All right. I'm gonna mute this 1 second. I've got to fix my YouTube thing. Okay, y'all, I'm here. Give me just 1 second. I was supposed to stream yesterday, so if y'all saw that or y'all were waiting, I'm sorry. My fiance, one of his very good friends, was murdered yesterday. And as soon as I got on here, we got the word that they found the guy and arrested him because they had like these things going out because they were saying he was armed and dangerous because he had a gun. Um, and they couldn't find him yesterday. They had, I mean, police, helicopters, everything. But the guy was supposed to be Stan, which is my fiance's friend. He's an older guy, but it was supposed to be his best friend, but clearly that wasn't. It was over something stupid. It's weird. Like, I know I talk about true crime and do true crime, but when like the true crime happens to you, it's like, it's just weird. My fiance's friend um was murdered yesterday by somebody that he grew up with, went to school with, and everything. And his friend is the type of person like Stan. He could be a smart butt, but like he didn't argue with people. He would just be like, "Screw you," you know. He'd go in his house and he would calm down, and it would be all good, you know. But this guy, I feel like he ambushed him. So yesterday, I scheduled to come on here, and then I forgot about it because I was like, I felt like I was having out of body experiences, y'all, for real, because it was just weird. Like I said, when you talk about true crime, but then when you like are it happens and it's right here at you, you're like, whoa, what is really going on? So, and even though I do what I do, I still have some issues with death with the people that I care about because everybody has died. So, like, and especially something like that. So, I was feeling weird. I don't know. So, and then I knew I wanted to do this today. And as soon as I got on here, then we got the word that the U.S. Marshals got that guy. So, anyway, so I'm sorry that everybody waited if y'all are in here. I was trying to get it together and all that. Hang on. Okay. And what I'll do is once people start asking questions or whatever, I will take the camera off of me. I just put it on me for oh, I think I just smeared lip gloss everywhere. Great. I just do it so until I go to do the readings because you can't see the readings real good. Let me take these things off the top and bottom of this. There we go. Okay. So if y'all want to put your questions in here, I'm glad you're on Twitch because now I can see everything's working. And where y'all see where it says deception dismantled, for whatever reason, YouTube is the only one I really have to do this with, it looks like. I have to actually do my pop out YouTube chat and respond to it on YouTube. I can see people's YouTube stuff on the one with everybody else's stream, but for me to show up on YouTube, from what I see, I have to put it in the actual YouTube pop up. So okay. I don't know what clever. Sometimes when I was doing the readings the other day, like everything doesn't always come clear because some of the stuff, and I don't like asking people personal questions, but when certain cards come up, I'm like, okay, well, that makes no sense unless because sometimes you have to ask a question to be able to know. And I think some people, and like I tell people, as far as like what I consider psychic, like Sloan Bell or something that can clearly see stuff, I'm not that good yet. I may never be like that. People have different abilities, that are stronger. Some are stronger than others. I feel a lot, and I can when I say judge, I don't mean like I'm judging people, but like if I know a little bit of your story, usually I can tell by the cards that come out if they're correct. Sometimes they're not correct, and some people say that's not correct and make you feel like you're crazy, and it's exactly correct. But They just wanna make you feel stupid, so that's why I tell people, I mean, I can't tell you I'm not gonna tell you you're gonna win the lottery tomorrow. I don't do any of that stuff. I think that stuff is crazy, and that's a waste of time because if y'all see P. Diddy and stuff, who the hell wants to be rich? Because I would not. There's no way. I would if I was doing anything, I would be independent. I would not sign. I would not sell my soul for nothing. These people have lost their damn mind. I don't even money couldn't even that's a mess. And he's been needing to go. He makes my eye twitch. I knew, and I was very young, like I was 14 in junior high whenever Tupac and Biggie that happened, and I didn't even listen to their music, but I told my friends then, they call me now, they're like, "Oh my god, you said it then." I said, "That man had something to do with it." Like, I've been waiting on this man to go down that long. So, I mean, I think I had a party the other night. That might be mean. It's not mean because he's disgusting. Anyways, all this stuff with kids, like half of them do it. Yes, you can, honey. Y'all can just ask questions whenever you're ready. Whoever, y'all can just go ahead and put your questions in, and I'll get a deck and start answering them. But like all of these people traffic kids. Like in California, it's not even a felony. You can sell your kid, and it's a misdemeanor. I think they're trying to change that, but I'm like, what? What? So I don't understand any of that. Everybody's like conspiracy theories. Everything that was supposed to be a conspiracy has turned out to be true. So screw a conspiracy. That's what they tell you when they want people to think you're crazy. And I'll tell them I am crazy, but I'm not crazy enough to traffic children. And I'm probably not supposed to say that on YouTube. I don't care. I can't be political. I don't know. Look, so I'm not real good at sugarcoating things. That's something y'all will see with me. Like something I say may come out harsh or whatever, and it's because it just comes out. My mama didn't let us beat around the bush. If we started doing that and stuttering over our words, she was like, I want you to just tell me what you're thinking. Don't sugarcoat it. So I am the way I am, and that's just it. I don't want nobody beating around the bush with me. Just tell me what the hell it is. Even if it's bad, I'd rather know it. So but this is why my social life is on the internet like this because I can pick and choose. And in real life, you're too vulnerable. Yeah, I mean, in California, yeah, I'm confused. California is like, see, we did not learn this when I was in school. Like, I didn't know that Hong Kong was owned by the UN forever. You know, we didn't learn this stuff in school. We didn't learn anything that we needed to know in history, I don't think. And then I don't even know if history is really history. Like they look, I'm mad. Nickelodeon pissed me off because I can't even watch TV. I can't listen to music because my first thing is, did they sell their soul to the devil? Did they? Did they? So now I have to. I mean, I like Ryan Up Church anyway, and there's some more. All these people that don't have contracts, like um, the guy that sings that song with Darius Rucker, I like him too. Dax, and I like look Nicki, not Nicki Minaj, Cardi B. She's probably whatever, but I like that song she just come out with, but I have a really hard time. I'm like, okay, so Master P, look, I would die if I found out he was like sold his soul because Master P was the first rapper I listened to. I love Master P. I don't care if he's old or not, but he had his own record company. He wouldn't sign a contract. So, and I love Lil Wayne. And there's just some of them I cannot see doing what Diddy did. I cannot see Lil Wayne letting no man do nothing to him. I just can't see it. I just don't see it. And maybe I'm wrong, but I don't see Eminem doing that. I cannot see that happening. I don't care. It's some kind of ritual. Oh no, I'm not. I live in Alabama. I couldn't live in California. I would be in jail or in hell, one of the two, um, because they have weird laws. Like it's not a felony to sell a kid. I'm confused at where they do that at, or it sell anybody, not just kids, but I mean, yeah, I'm trying to figure out who the hell decided they could sell a person, like a whole ass person. All of that confuses me, y'all. I mean, it doesn't confuse me. I'm just I don't understand where people have the audacity. Just and why do all these famous people need to do this? All these rappers are weird now. I don't know. I know I'm 40. I'm not that old though. I don't I can't. I don't know. All makes me nervous. No, I'm from Alabama. I've never been to California. I've been to Florida, I've been to Connecticut and to Chicago. That's it, and to Georgia. Cause yeah, I won't get on a plane, and I'm not getting on a boat, and clearly I'm not getting on a bridge that goes above the water, like, really high anymore either. So, all of that. Okay, and we probably won't have a whole lot in here. Lord, my hair, y'all, I brushed it, but it looks this is the days I've been. But anyways, because I know there's a couple of other people that I saw that I know in the true crime community and that are going live, and so they have thousands of people go in their thing. So I'm figuring it's not going to be that many people tonight. Maybe we won't have trolls. I don't know. What am I doing? I was looking for cards. Oh yeah, I reorganized everything. I don't sleep when I get upset because I don't want to have bad dreams. Crazy. So um, last night I just reorganized everything. Oh, and I can't see either. Yeah, I listen to some, and most of the time it's a smaller. Like I will listen to JLR sometimes, but like the real big true crime people usually I don't listen to. Um, like Icked Mel and stuff. Well, I don't really, and I don't have a problem with them. I just don't care for. I listen to smaller channels like Thought Riot. I love Thought Riot. I love who else I listen to? I listen to Dago, Cluminati. I love Cluminati. She's very just straightforward, but she's very respectful and she loves with everything she has. I love her. She's funny. But I like personal interaction with people, and that's the thing. Like, I don't care about being famous. Oh, yeah, you're in the UK. I saw you say that. Um, and actually, there is somebody. Who is that girl in the UK? Grizzly? Is it Grizzly? Is she in the UK? I like her. And I like Harsh too. I listen to Harsh, and he's in the UK. Yeah. Um, and if I was going somewhere, Sweden or like the UK would be where I would go. I'm just scared to get on a plane, but I mean, I'm scared Russia's going to start throwing. I don't know what they're going to start doing. So it scares me for people in the UK because I mean, I don't know. All these people, I told them, I will talk to these people on Twitter, Medvedev or whatever his name is, Putin's little. I said, look, how about y'all want to threaten each other with stuff? Y'all need to throw this shit at each other. Don't be throwing stuff at the people because we can't help none of y'all idiots and what y'all want to do. So, but I I think they're all losing their mind. But anyway, and they know Putin's crazy, so I don't know why. I'm not scared of him, but why are you going to tempt somebody that's hungry for power and control and off their daggum rocker? He had an election that he I mean, he was the only one on the ballot. The other people on the ballot weren't even real. What the hell? How nobody sane does that. So, I mean, Oh, you have family in Alabama? What part of Alabama? And I'm sorry about your grandma passing. Let me get this other. Oh Lord. Okay. And I still don't like the way I'm gonna fix this camera too. Well, I know like my dad's mom and dad I didn't know that well, but my mom's parents I was real close to. My grandma died when I was 5 and my grandpa died when I was in 8th, ninth grade. I think ninth grade. And then both of my parents are gone, like everybody in my immediate family's gone. So, I'm gonna fix this camera. I think. I hope. I don't mess it up. We'll find out. Oh, Lord. Not that. I'm scared it's going to fall. This thing's getting on my nerves. Because Rumble does it different than when I do it on OBS, but OBS, half my stuff wouldn't even connect, so I didn't feel like messing with it. I was like, forget it. I'm not messing with OBS tonight. That should be good, I think. It's where it can be single while I'm moving everything and messing everything up. Okay, yeah. Hi, on 3D. Thank you. Welcome. And whenever y'all want to ask your question, go ahead and I will get started. My mind went blank. I'm in the middle of me talking. Good night. In a minute. Okay. And if you're on mobile, like I still don't know with this Rumble thing because I use my phone and my computer, so I don't know what everybody can see. Let's see. Okay. I don't know what that thing is doing. Okay. I'm gonna have to put this camera thing over here. Okay. That thing gets on my nerves. Is it stuck? I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know what it was doing. I was trying to figure out what was going on with it. I was like, what is wrong with this thing? I swear, if it goes to acting crazy. Okay, so if you did ask a question, it didn't come through, so just ask it again. Did I? Okay. Oops. I mean, any way you want to, honestly, in anything. Um, if you're wanting to know about general life, or I have people ask about love, about money, career, just basic stuff going on, but you can frame it any way you want to. Yeah, I'm not picky. Yeah, some people are picky, but I mean, I just, if I don't understand what you're saying, I just ask. But yeah, I'm trying to make sure. I think everything's running right now. I hope my microphone is coming in, because literally I have this microphone on a um one of the things you can like hook to your desk, but it's a clip-on microphone. It's a little bitty, but the clip broke, so I had to have some way to hold it. So I'm waiting on my other one to come in the mail. Oh, well, that's why I can't see that. Good. I'm glad I am. I know. Well, a lot of times when I post videos, like the recorded ones, everybody's like, "You're echoing," and then I forget, if I have to redo my camera, you have to turn all the volume off, because all these cameras have their own volume, or this and that and the other, and so you have to make sure that's all off. And oh my god! And a lot of times I don't listen to them after I record them. I don't like to listen to myself, so I don't listen to them. I've started though, because I had to redo a bunch of them. So, and I've got to. I was supposed to do a recording last night. Somebody wanted me to do something about how Madeline Soto, how she actually passed. Sometimes I can get that, sometimes I can. It depends. But yeah, I didn't do none of that like yesterday, so I'm going to do them later tonight. They still haven't found Sebastian. I don't know what the hell is going on there. I'm like, oh, the little boy missing in Tennessee. I don't know what they're doing. It's driving me crazy. But I think his mom did something to him. So I was trying to think. Look, and I'm trying to sit here and think about how. Hang on. You know what? Let me get this list and this, because I'm not good, especially if I put on the spot like how to frame these questions. But I have a list, and you don't have to use these questions, but it kind of helps. Okay, so these are just a couple, um, and they're different categories. Like this one's questions about your own path. My fiance may come in here and he's loud sometimes. He forgets. So if he does. And now these dogs are going to bark. Hush, y'all. Oh my gosh. These dogs, I'm telling you. Okay. I'm going to post those, and then hang on. There's some more like questions about the relationship. Okay. Whoops. That so did not. Oh, that's why. I was like, that did not do what I wanted it to do. And then what are these questions about career and finance? And this one even has like questions about friends and family. Like I said, I'm just doing these so as examples, just because when I get asked about the questions, I'm like, I don't know, like, and I do this every day, but it's like on the spot. I'm like, oh, I have no idea. I don't even know what I'm doing. I can't think of questions, so I always use this. I've always been like that. I'll know something until I'm asked it, and I'm like, what? They love that in school. Not really, especially in math. Okay, and then they use this like questions about health, and like I said, they're just examples, and um, okay. And then I can't see, like, sometimes I can't see, so I don't know if there's other people in here from, like, YouTube, so I just repeat this, but if y'all have questions, you can just go ahead and post them, and, we'll start answering. I did put up, like, example questions. You don't have to ask those exact questions. It's just different subjects and different kinds of questions, because like I, said a while ago, when I get asked something, um, a lot of times it throws me off. So I always, just have those, and I don't really, I mean, I pay attention to the way people ask the question, but I don't. So I always use those as, because we always get asked, how do you ask a question? Well, you just ask, you know. And then if I don't understand, I always just, I'm like, okay, so let me make sure I'm understanding, or, ask questions. And sometimes you can just ask a basic question, and that's fine. I just may have to, depending on what cards come out, I may have to ask a question, and a lot of times I'll tell you that's personal if you don't want to answer it, or if you just want to private message me the answer or something. I always say that. But sometimes you have to ask answers to be able to explain the cards because they don't make any sense sometimes. Mm. Yes. Okay. So you're wanting to know how it will go for you. You've been off for a couple months and you're fixing to return to work. Is that correct? Okay. Oh, Lord. Okay. So we want to know how, after being off for a couple of months, how that adjustment is going to go going back to work. Whoops. Okay. So adjustment, going back to work after being off a couple of months. I don't want that to come out because it was trying. My hand just wasn't letting it. There we go. Okay, and I don't usually read these in reverse. Some I do read in reverse, some I don't. Some you can do either or. And honestly, even if I'm reading them forward, if it feels like I need to read it reverse, I'll tell you. That can get confusing. So, um, 3-1. So that is you thinking about the future, how it's going to go, waiting for your ship to come in, looking at towards the future. Were you feeling trapped at work before? Like trapped in something you were doing or trapped in um, a position or trapped because the way somebody treated you. So that's where you can see them that way. And I'm asking that because um, the Eight of Swords coming out like that, it's more like a mental entrapment, sort of, but okay, yep. The Hermit. That's funny you said that because look, I can't find my camera. The Hermit card coming out. That's what that means. Isolated. You felt like you weren't given the options everybody else was given. Okay, see, that's funny, and how that comes out. That's what I'm saying. I can't explain that because everybody's like, "How do you do that?" I mean, I don't. It's funny, and I laugh about it because I'm like, I don't know. Spirit is like your higher self, and it's just if somebody wants me to explain, I'm like, I have no idea, but because I don't know this stuff. Like sometimes, like Stone Bella and even the Reckoning Co. Ashley, I like her too. If you like true crime, she does. She is in America, but she does tarot. She's way better than I am, but she gets downloads like, and she can see things. I have to use the cards more, which she told me that's normal. It takes a while to do that, and some people don't even practice trying to see, and I don't right now. Like, I don't sit here meditate on trying to see something. I just meditate on, like, and pray that I get clear answers from the cards right now. So, but that's still funny to me, and I just went through that whole story to tell you that right there still amazes me that, like, you're telling me you were isolated and those cards come out like that because 'cause I'm like, "How does that happen?" So, that's why I tell people when they ask me that, I'm asking that too. I don't know because 'cause I'm asking the same thing. Okay. And the Chariot, that is moving forward, so it looks like, hopefully whoops, maybe. Yeah, it looks like is there new management, or do you know? It looks like there may be, new management, and I will say this card right here, this 7 of Wands, this is a defense card and standing your ground. Make sure you're doing that with the boss. It may not be a new boss, it may be that you need to stand your ground with this boss, with the old boss that was there, the old manager, or whatever. And if that doesn't work, you don't have to like pitch a fit. You just go above them. You take the steps first. I wouldn't just go above them first. I would try and make sure you're documenting, keep a journal. Okay, it's a new boss. And even with a new boss, I would keep a journal of dates. If you have an issue you're having to go to them, keep a journal so that way you can find out what's being resolved and what's not. And I used to have to do that because I would let things go and try to pick and choose, and you can't do that. So that's you, the Empress. So let's see what else we can get. And I'm turning the cards this way, that way you can see them. I think okay, yeah. I was like, wait, let me make sure you can see them. Okay, so yeah, and it looks like this is upright, but I feel like it really should be reversed. Like you're coming out of that mental entrapment now, um, from where it was before. So I do think this will be a better time for you. Yeah, 5 of cups. I mean, everything else, all the cups are spilt except those 2, and you're looking in the mirror, you're realizing you have worth, that you can stand your ground. You're able to do that. I think you might have built up some confidence, it looks like, I hope. And we all can't just demand things done at work the way we want them, but it should be fair, and you shouldn't have to feel isolated. Yeah. 5 of Pentacles in reverse, like you're not left out in the cold anymore. You're coming out of that. So I do think this is a new opportunity for you that will be a lot better. Yeah, the full new opportunity, new risk, new adventure, new adventure. Oh yeah, that's good then. Yeah, 25, and you don't want to go somewhere else if you've been there 25 years, but it does look like a new adventure with this new boss. And, you do have people that come in, and sometimes it's just bad bosses. It's not that you wanna get somebody fired or not, but if they're not gonna act right, then they can't be acting unfair. That's the whole thing. That's what I tell everybody. All this Sloan Bell is actually Canadian, but she lives in America, but she kills me because I've been saying this forever. If somebody will tell me to be careful or don't say something, I'm like, that is what's wrong with this world. Everybody's scared to say something. So we're letting kids over here get done however. I don't care. The only thing they can do is take me out and my spirit's gonna live on forever. I said, and then look, this is why I told Sloan the other day, she was laughing. I said, all they can do is take me out, and then you can channel me, and I still ain't shutting up. So, that's just the way I feel about that. So it, you should always choose what's right no matter what. I'm not gonna sit and watch something happen to a kid because my money might I mean, can't nobody pay me enough money for all that. So that's where the money and greed come in at. Like, I'm not gonna let you do some crazy stuff to a kid because you're paying me. I just will have to find something else to do. And the Hierophant, and that is like like you've been there for 25 years, your long-standing ties with that company. So yes, I do think that I think it'll be a lot better for you. Um, I think this new boss is probably going to be a lot better. And a new role, yeah, and that Fool card coming out, that new adventure, that's probably that new role. Um, that's that I can see that. Anybody that's just come in because I sometimes it doesn't show me the correct numbers or anything. If y'all have a question, just list it. But yeah, I think you look, I feel excited and I don't get that feeling a lot. So I feel excited. So I think that it's exciting for you. And that's a long time to be somewhere, 25 years. That's just a long time. You're welcome. Thank you for coming in here and talking and being social. I think that's my favorite part just because I don't talk to people outside of the way people are. I don't go a whole lot of places because you never know who's going to come in and start shooting up the store or anything. So my conversations are done on YouTube and Rumble and my social media. That's probably sad, but that is how I do it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's not even worth like I don't live my life in fear, but like it's not even I don't feel like having to go through the drama. That's good. That's good. I don't know what's gonna happen in our future, with the UK because y'all's leaders aren't too much better than ours. I don't think all of them's got I self-righteous problems. All of them. Like, look, I didn't know a whole lot about the UK's, Lord have mercy. I mean, I can't even talk. I'm stuttering. I'm like, what is really going on? Oh, all these people that want control. I mean, that's what's wrong with the world today. That's why everybody's fighting. It is a spiritual war. A lot of what's going on in Israel and all that, but like with Russia and all, it's like a power. I don't even know who's right and who's wrong sometimes because Putin. I think Putin's. I mean, I think he is what he is. He's an ass, and he wants power, and he wants communism, and he's crazy. I think he's smart. He's crazy, and he will bold face lie to you. And these people can't see black and white. They want to see Republic or Democrat. And I was like, listen to me. Okay. That is not the way you have to deal with Putin. You can't, that's the reason nobody can judge it. I was like, just crazy. You can't live like that, especially dealing with him. The man said everything he says he's not gonna do, he's gonna do. He wasn't going into Ukraine, he went into Ukraine, and my daughter's half Ukrainian, but I don't hate Russian people. They can't help. I mean, this man is freaking rocker. Okay, so I don't. They have nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? They just have to do what they have to do because that's where they live. I don't think a lot of them agree with it, but and I don't understand. Like, okay, I understand they have nukes. So are we gonna let this man do something to us first, or somebody gonna do something? And I'm like, Biden don't care about Ukraine either, because if he did, he'd have done gave them the stuff they needed to go ahead, and it makes me mad because, like I said, I don't care nothing about these political leaders. I'm talking about these kids that are scared to death and all this going on. Like, I ain't got time for none of that. Even in Russia, I mean, if there's kids out there scared, I don't. That's it's ridiculous. All the people have to deal with all these higher ups bullshit that they. I don't even know because they want power and money, or they all make me mad, and I just say it too. I don't care. Like, I can't help it. Truth is the truth. I don't know why somebody needs a bunch of power. I mean, Russia's probably a pain in the ass to invade for real because they're huge. So yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't. I understand Putin just fine. I know what he wants, but it's just like all the Republicans that I know, like, believed every word he said. All the Democrats I know were like, Lola, and I was like, y'all, I'm not a Democrat or Republican, but he's lying. He said he wasn't going to go into Poland. Well, have y'all seen the buildup? Because he has, Belarus has built up, Lithuania, is it Lithuania? And Poland, yeah. Um, they are fixing to attack them. And in fact, I think Germany, if I'm not, I watch KLW. If y'all want real news, it is an American based news, but it's KLW. He's on Rumble and on YouTube. He'll break in on YouTube sometimes because he'll tell the truth. He don't care. That it don't matter. Good, bad, or ugly. He's going to tell you the truth. And he's had experience in our military defense and stuff. So, but Germany is like got their stuff going. I can't remember where they're going anyway. We're fixing to have a issue. There's going to be an issue. I'm not sure exactly where it's coming from yet, but there's going to be an issue. And Putin's not going to stop until he wants all Ukraine, and he's not stopping with that. I don't know. I tell him got too much politics in it that, I mean, I we should have stopped him. Something should have been done when he did that with Crimea, which I didn't even know that, you see, because I didn't keep up with this stuff. My dad was alive. He did all this stuff. You have to keep up with a little bit of politics if you're going to look into the world, but I don't get into all that other with it. But I didn't even know that went on. So Obama should have done something then because we have signed. That's why I tell the Americans, I'm like, y'all idiots. Bill Clinton signed a thing that said we would help Ukraine if they gave up their nukes. We didn't learn that at school neither. So, you know, um, and we're not giving them money. They're like, oh my gosh, we're giving them billions of dollars. I said, y'all, this is old shit that is expiring, these bombs and stuff. We are not handing them that much money. And it doesn't, why? What's he going to do with the money? He's not going to help the homeless over here anyway. He's not going to help our veterans. I mean, but I'm ashamed too of that because we gave them enough to anyway. It's just I don't really know how to fix a war or anything, but common sense tells you we could have been over this if we would have just done what we need to do. All the NATO countries, and I don't know. I'm sure I don't know where NATO people are when people come in and ask me, was NATO over there? Well, you know what? I don't know nothing about that. I'm sure there are. Hell, there's probably North Korean people in Russia helping. Who knows? I mean, that's stupid to try to figure all that out. But France, I don't know where this man come up from. He was the one kissing Putin's ass, and all of a sudden now he wants to bout it talk. I'm like, well, you shut the hell up, even if that's what you're going to do. Be quiet. Don't be telling folks. Be quiet. Quit getting that man. Yeah, I don't understand. And I don't know. I guess it would intimidate me, but I don't think NATO was just going to go in and take over Russia. I don't think, I mean, I'm not going to say they wouldn't because some of these people have plans I don't know about, but I mean, why would we? I don't know. I think that's in Putin. I don't know. I don't know why everybody can't just get along, and, nobody don't run none of it. God runs it all. It's all His world, so, I'm just real confused. I didn't think so. I mean, I don't know why anybody would want to. I mean, you know, but NATO is gonna have to, but we're sending them dang bombers up there to their border, but then we act scared. I'm like, "Look here, we can't have it every way." Now look, because over here in America, we don't have bunkers. We don't have, I don't know whether the UK does, but these folks, they have bunkers, and that's why I told, but look, I said something to him on Twitter. I said, "See, when y'all's wuss asses run to your bunkers after y'all done piss this man off, we have to deal with it because I don't have a bunker. So how about you keep your old ass out the bunker and y'all toss these damn bombs back and forth at each other and leave the people the hell alone, okay? Because, you know, but I'm ready to go to Sweden because at least them folks have bunkers. I mean, shit. Most people over there do. I think most everybody over there does. I don't know. Well, I think America. Well, but America's not the only government that don't like their people. I don't think. To me, they act like they can escape God's wrath or something. I don't know. I don't know what these people are. Maybe they're not even human. I'm not. I I told everybody that Biden's wife should be ashamed of herself letting that old ass man get up there. He don't even know where he's at. Obama's been running this country, but that's beside the point. That old ass man, and I think he's evil and nasty, but now he's just old and needs to just retire, okay? Because that's just ridiculous. Y'all don't have bunkers either? Yeah, I think the UK and America have a lot of things that are eerily, probably evilly similar. We need to go to Sweden because they have bunkers. um, um, yeah. I don't live in a place that's highly I don't I'm not by a military base that's highly targeted or nothing, I don't think, but you know, what's going to happen is going to happen, but I just wish I don't understand why we have to reap what they're doing cuz I can't help none of that. Nor would I don't if anybody made sense about what they was fighting about, but I'm still confused about what is really going on. I don't know why everybody can't just get the hell along. That's just too easy, I guess. But people that act like Putin's powerful and that's what he wants is people to act like that, that's scared of him. I'm not scared of him. America may be weak because of the leaders, but our military is not weak. And look, I feel like this. If it comes down to it, our military is going to do what they got to do. I don't care what that 90-year-old man's trying to figure out. They'll figure it out. They ain't going to be worried about what was trying to tell them to do. I think they're just going to do what they need to do. Oh Lord, in London? Oh my God. See, that's what I'm saying. And the daggum, what's that man's name? He's real cute, but that French president or whatever. I mean, this man's just talking mad shit. I said, look, you don't weigh enough to be backing that up. Okay. Shh. Quit. But he was kid. I'm like, yes. And I mean, I don't have no issue with him. I'm just like, shut up. Even if that's what you're gonna do, why are you telling this man? Why are you doing that? I was like, somebody put some over his mouth. He might be too young or something. Maybe he's just young and don't realize that. Or maybe I hope like hell everybody's supposed to back him up. But really, the way we figure out when something's gonna happen is the French, that when they go up in their planes, um, look, this is what I do. I track them on the radar because when they start doing fancy lines, that's what I think about Paris and their fancy stuff. Like literally, when their airplanes start doing fancy lines, something's fixing to happen every time. Lee pointed that out to us, so that's what we watch. When France goes up, when their military goes up, and they start doing these fancy lines, something's gonna happen, and it usually does. Oh yeah, I know. Which I mean, I agree with the man. I mean, I agree with a lot of what he's saying, but I just don't think we should be saying that out loud. Like I said, he don't weigh enough to put them pants on today. So, and then that's what I said. I said, look, this man was the one begging, trying to get Putin not to do something. I said, "So is this man gonna get this shit started and then decide to dip out? 'Cause, that's not gonna be good." But there y'all are closer over there. I'm like, "Tell that man to shut up." I don't know. I mean, I try not to laugh. That's all you can do, though. You say collapse in 2 words, let's not rely on them. Yeah. I mean, but I think it really ticks me off that, "Oh, you crane might collapse, so now we gotta go do this." Why weren't y'all doing this saving all these people? You know what I mean? Like, and I don't have a problem with Zelensky. Look, people make fun of that man, but let me tell you something. Well, I ain't never seen no president stay there in war like that. And he, if they woulda got him, I mean, they would do awful things, you know what I mean? But he did not. So I don't care what anybody says. I have not seen another leader do that. So, and he's probably not correct about everything, but I think he's trying to do what's right. But the Americans are so warped. They make fun of him. Oh, it makes me mad too. And I'm not a Democrat, okay, because I don't believe in a lot of things that Democrats do. I don't get political, but there are things like all this radical stuff going on I don't. But I get mad when people start making fun of that man because I don't care whether he's an actor or not. Looks like he's doing a good job to me. I mean, as good as he can do. I mean, he could have left that country and he didn't. So, I mean, I'm sorry. I just give him all the power for that. So, and it makes me mad when people are saying something about him. Like, I really do get mad because I think it's awful. Well, he's coming over here begging for help. We have a contract. We told the man we would. I'm just confused. People don't understand that either. I didn't know that either. But we said we would help them. What else are I mean, they have to have help. It's just we should have stopped this before it happened. It's ridiculous. And then this stuff of look, this bothered me. How are you gonna give these people something and tell them what they can and cannot do with it? I mean, they can't strike Russia. What do you mean they can't? All these people have lost their damn mind. And if I was them, I would have told them that too. Well, how about you let them tear up your country and then let me tell you what you can and cannot do with what? That's I'm telling you, I don't understand. These folks they think real high of themselves. They really do. They think they're somebody. I you know, they think they somebody. They need to be knocked back down off their level a little bit because they ain't nobody. And right now, I mean, all these people like I don't idolize anybody. I don't barely even listen to music anymore, and I don't watch TV at all. So, but all these music people and stuff, I'm like, why would you idolize people that do stuff like that to people? I don't care if they can sing or not. That ain't got nothing to do with it. Like, they're not good people. Somebody said something to me online the other night because I see your question. I'm fixing to answer you. If I missed it a while ago. Okay, good. You just said that. I shouldn't say. Did somebody ask me a question? I'm sitting here talking. But anyways, somebody said something rude to me because I was celebrating P Diddy. Like nobody knows that I've been waiting since I was 14 for this man to go down. So I mean, you're thinking I was having a party. I ain't done nothing but made fun of it. Like just they got mad at me. I was like, I don't know why you mad. That man is awful. He is disgusting and he makes my eye twitch. So I don't like him. You had a mod block you. Oh, mod blocked you on here? Wait a dang a minute. Y'all, I don't know how to do them settings. I'm gonna have to figure out them settings on Twitch. I'll fix them because I put some setting on there and I probably shouldn't have because I really don't know how to do it. I just didn't want people coming in here like yelling, and it probably they go to the extreme. Okay. Let me do this question and I'll fix Twitch. I'm sorry. Okay. And sunshine. Oh, no. No, 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 not you. I know you weren't saying nothing rude. No, I fixed that mod thing, I thought, just to where people could not come in here and, like, tell people they were gonna, like, blow them away or something, stuff like that, but I really don't know how to do those settings, and so I think I missed one of 'em, and I think I know which one I did, yeah. Like, I want people to be able to talk how they talk, I just don't want people coming in here saying anything against somebody's religion or race or anything like that, because that's none of people's business. So, and that's what I was trying to get so I didn't have to deal with it because I have trolls all the time. Okay, sunshine. Um, what's coming in love for you? Okay, give me just a second. Y'all, we'll talk about what I just did these cards. My God. Only me. Cards going 7 different ways now. I mean, we're not supposed to talk about that. I don't know how I did that. God. Yep. And that's how it happens to me. Everything goofy that can. Okay. Jeez. Sorry about that, sunshine. I was sitting here, apparently, when I was shuffling my cards, I was unorganizing them. Okay, sunshine. She wants to know what's coming in. God, my hand in love for her. Okay. Sunshine, love. Okay. Well, that's a good card. Okay, hang on. Let me get a couple more cards before I read that one because depending on what comes beside it. Hi, Stefani. Oh, God. Okay, well, there's your Prince Charming. It looks like you're definitely ready. I don't know if you've just completed like a cycle relationship or some kind of like healing. Um, make sure that you are, let me see how to say this. Don't be too choosy. Be choosy enough, but not too choosy, if that makes sense. And then the Knight of Cups, which is like the Prince Charming card. Because sometimes we have Prince Charming in our head in one way, and it's really not like that in reality, if that makes sense. Let me turn these where you can see them where the right side up. But we look for fairy tales, if that makes sense to you. I'm not telling you just to pick whichever. I'm just saying that you can miss the Prince Charming that would be great for you. You'd have a great relationship with if you're paying attention over here, over there, and not to what's in front of you, if that makes sense. Okay, let's get a couple more cards, and I have some love oracle cards too that we can pick. And I meant to put this in my thing. I do have like talking to heaven cards, so anyone that has like loved ones or something, I also have those oracle cards now. Look, I'm going backwards myself. Okay, 4 of Pentacles and 5 of Wands. So, I think this World card too, you've manifested your Prince Charming. And I think that's why that card come out too, because sometimes when we manifest something, especially like somebody that we love, like we're thinking, and I do not think Tom Cruise is cute, but I just use him as an example because most people do or did or whatever. But we're looking for like something that's not actually in reality. Like people don't just, which I don't think he's cute anyway, but and so we end up getting with other people that may come around that we end up fighting with, or the relationship doesn't work, and we've missed the one that we weren't looking for, if you see what I'm saying. sometimes what you think would be your least favorite option ends up being the best option. And a lot of times, see that cup like 8 of cups, we walk away from it. So make sure that you're paying attention and not walking away from something that what's supposed to happen will always happen. But sometimes I think we can not have to wait so long. Sometimes I think as humans, it's just we're not paying attention good enough or we miss something thinking something else is better. The grass is not always greener on the other side, even though it looks like it is, if that makes sense. Hi, Everyday Tea. So, Sunshine, I think that a Prince Charming is, and they may already, page of wands, let's see. It may be somebody that's already in your life that you would never think about actually being with before, but it will shock you that it would actually work. I feel like that too. Yes, Everyday Tea. You can go ahead and put your question in. Whoever wants to put their questions in, go ahead and put them in, and I just go down the thing. Yeah, the High Priestess, Sunshine. So yeah, I think that you have intuition. I think you have strong intuition in you. So your gut, don't question your gut. That card coming out made me feel, yeah. I think maybe sometimes you question your instinct. Don't. That is, I would go with it more. I just about, I mean, that's why we have it. And everybody does that. I used to do it all the time. I would go exactly opposite of it. That's why I lived so many years the way I did, because wasn't nothing going to tell me what to do, not even my intuition. So yeah, don't do that. It's not fun. And Sunshine, hang on just a second too, because I'm gonna look, y'all. I can't pull some love oracle. I'm sorry, y'all. I was still reading my fiance's friend got unalived yesterday. And they just arrested the guy that actually did it, and somebody was sending me a message about it, so I was trying to answer that and do this. Sorry. Okay. What did I do with my? Okay. Give me just a second, y'all. Let me find. There they are. Well, did that card come out? Okay. All right, Sunshine, give me just a second. I'm going to pick a couple of these cards and these cards for you, and then I will do the next question. My glasses are falling off my face. Okay, so, oops. So, and your question, to answer your question, what's coming in love for you? Yes, a Prince Charming. That's funny. That come up. Luck is on your side. And I'm sorry. This is moving, change of residence, moving in with your partner. I think in this case, what that is just signifying or signaling is that the Prince Charming you will meet will be someone that potentially you could marry, you could live with, and have a relationship with. And let me do one of these. Oops. All these cards are new, so. And there's your commitment card. So yeah, I think if things are looking good, if the energy stay like this, things are getting serious or will get serious. So I think that it looks pretty good for you. I hope that helped. Okay, and everyday. Okay, I see your question now. I was going to say, I know I told you to go next, but then I didn't see your question. I see it now. Okay, give me just a second. Let me If I don't put those back, I will be knock the cards in the floor. Yeah, that's me. Okay. Everyday tea, and I'm gonna get everybody else too, y'all. I see your question. She just asked me a while ago, or he. I'm sorry, I'm saying she. Y'all call her by she. Everyday tea asked me a while ago if they could go next. I'm sorry. Y'all don't get offended by that. I just say she, like it's not anything personal. Okay, what obstacles or challenges might I encounter in my romantic life, and how can I overcome them? Fulfillment. Okay, that's actually a good question. Everyday tea. Give me just a second. Let me shuffle these. So, everyday tea. What obstacles or challenges might I encounter in my romantic life, and how can I overcome them and find deeper connections and fulfillment? Okay. Oops. I'm going to turn it that way where you can see it, and give me just a second. Let a couple more cards come out. I usually don't read the first card by itself unless I feel a strong will need to, because it can change slightly just depending on what comes out beside it. Okay. Let me get one more. Hang on just a second. Let me see. Okay, that's what I thought. You've got to get a little more confidence and quit fighting yourself. You see that she's looking in the mirror like, and it doesn't matter if you're a girl or guy, because tarot's not gender based. That's just I think it's a girl. These cards. And then the Five of Wands is like a battle. So it's like you're battling yourself for, are you worthy enough? And whether you feel like you're thinking that or not, it's like when you look at somebody and say, oh, he or she's too good for me. Don't think like that. That's the first thing. Now, you have to find a happy medium, because if you think you're better than everybody, it's not going to work. But if you don't compare yourself to worth as far as that, like if somebody, you can be with somebody based on that. And then the King of Swords is like upright, especially, and in this case, is somebody that tells the truth, that is stable. But a lot of times they're not emotional. They think logically. They don't think with emotions, and maybe that's the type of people that and I feel like that's the kind of people you've dated. The logical thinking, and they're not meeting your emotional needs. So the challenge, I think, with you is going to be finding somebody that will, and look, there's the King of Cups, which is the King of Emotions. And you need the happy medium in that, a logical person and somebody that is able to give you the emotional support you need as well. So I think that's the challenge. That's you thinking about another bad love story, The Hermit, by yourself, because you don't want to have to think about going through that. But the Queen of Cups, which is you with emotional, and Temperance, the balance. And that was what I was talking about, the balance between the logical and the emotional. You can have both. So it does look like that you're realizing that and moving forward. So I think that, of course, I tell everybody take their time, and when you're not looking is when it comes. But also, whenever you start feeling like something's not going to work, it's probably not. I wouldn't just hang it on. You know what I mean? And it's not like, oh, I failed at this because I couldn't make it work. No, that's just another check mark you have that, okay, it didn't work. You don't have to end something badly. It doesn't have to end ugly and bad. just truthfully, but there's no sense. And see, that's that tower moment. Yeah. Because I think that's the way you feel if something's not working right. So you're like, "Oh, I'm not going to listen to my intuition because, I don't want to just not give them a chance, but go with your intuition." It's not going to be a tower moment like you're thinking and even if it is, then just block the person because it's crazy to be like that. If you're not happy, you're not happy. And you don't have to, nobody should stay in something they're not happy with. We all have to work on relationships. So there are things, but as far as if somebody can't meet your emotional need at all, and you really feel like it's not going to work, then it's probably not. And y'all on this thing, if it's telling y'all to not send long messages, just split your message up. Um, and I did that because I had a lot of trolls the other day coming in here, like writing 10 pages worth of stuff. Oh my God, it was horrible. But yeah, so go with your intuition. I think and I used to be like that, worried about like hurting somebody's feelings. And you can still worry about that because it's all about the way you say something, but you don't have to stay. And that's with any relationship, friendship, partnership, anything. You don't have to stay somewhere where your emotions are not being met. And especially if it's somebody who is emotionally abusive because they have issues. So I do think that you will move forward with this because I think that that's something that you're healing that you've realized. Um, it kind of makes me feel like you just needed somebody to confirm and say this to you, like, that you knew that was and that's fine because we all need that. That's a part of our emotions of being human, that that's actually right. I tell everybody this, and I know people probably think I'm crazy. In any relationship, friendship, I think everybody should have a therapist on speed dial, a good therapist, one you like. And I tell people that with therapists too. If you don't like a therapist, if you go through 10 of them, find one you like and then settle with it. So that works with anything in life. Yeah. Yeah. And you just have to, and there's a lot of people that are messed up out here, y'all, and sometimes somebody can fool you for 5 years and actually be an emotional manipulator. So sometimes it doesn't work where you can just do it at the beginning. So I get that too. Okay, let's see. Who was next? Everyday tea, and I have no idea how to say his name. I think the middle is Riaz, Mahnoor. That's where I'm at. Um, oh Lord, you gonna have people fighting. So you done told one man about another one you went and met. Oh Lordy. Okay, so let's see how that's gonna go. Oh, okay. Give me just a second. Okay, so were you trying to make the first one mad by meeting the second one, or trying to see how he would feel or what they would say, or do you really like the second one? Hassan, I think, how you pronounce that one. My messages. What is that doing? Okay. Oh Lord. Okay, so I don't know that he was that happy. Of the information that you were offering him. It doesn't look like he was happy. Uh, which And with the way this cloud is doing, like, saying like that, it kinda makes me feel like you didn't want him to be happy about that. That was what you were doing it for. Um, yeah, and this Wheel of Fortune, even though it's upright, like, you were spinning that wheel, taking a chance on if, let me ask you this. Were you trying to get the first guy you're talking about to, like, pay attention to you more or do something you were wanting them to do? And that's what I was feeling. The reason I'm asking that is because he may be one that just that 8 of Cups just walks away. That's like, "Okay, I'm not playing this. So I'm just going to walk away." But it does look like he wasn't happy about it. Um, it did upset him. Let's see. Let me see if anything else will come out. But like I said, it looks like he is one that's just like, well, I'll just walk away from that because, yeah, Page of Swords. Truth. He. It looks like it would have been appreciated more if you just. I don't know if you tried to tell this person, but just come to them and like with the information. Now, Page of Swords also that's investigation, so he could be looking to see, you know what I mean, like talking to people to see, what your motive was. I'm not sure. Let me see if Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, to see what the value of what you were doing was. That could be. But he feels like you were being manipulative or deceptive to him. So, that's what I got for that. So if you have another question about that, you can put it down at the bottom. And let's see who was next. Okay, give me 1 second. Let me fix this. Okay, Stefani, you're next. I might change that white when I do my live next time. I don't know why that has a white background, but I can't see it against that thing. I had to get my regular chat, and I have my glasses on and still couldn't. Let's see, Stefani, what's next in love, and you're currently single? Okay. Just a second. Let me shuffle these a little bit. I'm going to not just I do that. Some people say it's a ritual. I don't think it's a ritual, and it's not anything that like literally not. It's just a symbolic thing of just knocking the other energies out, so that way it clears the cards. Like I think some people believe that, like, I don't know, but anyways, it's a symbolic thing to me. I'm not sure. Everybody else, but everything is about the intention you set when you're doing it. So. And Miss Paula, I see your question. I'll be right there with you with that one too. Give me just a second. Okay, Stefani, what is next in love for you? You're currently single. Okay. Page of Wands. So. I think that you have a lot of passion. I mean, that's what it looks like. Like a whole lot of passion, because wands are like passion. So Is this something that you've been like manifesting on as far as finding love? Yeah, you've got a lot of wands coming out. But sometimes now your passion can get you in trouble because sometimes these are like, not that you're having one night stands, that's not what I'm saying, but that'll draw those kind of people to you. Yes, ma'am, you're welcome, Miss Paula. So make sure that you're taking the time to look at yourself in the mirror and like have confidence in yourself too. Um, Sometimes when we're lacking in other areas of confidence, our passion is really high. But like I said, a lot of times that can bring people that are not wanting want like long relationships. They're just the heat of the moment type thing, or that may be insinuating the relationships you were in and now you're wanting something serious. Can be either of those. The moon, yeah, and that's coming out. Not that you have secrets like that, but I think the secret is the lack of confidence you have in yourself. So I think in order to have a healthy relationship, you need to have self worth. Um, that is the first. You're better than just a one night stand. Like, and I'm not saying they don't have to be just one night stands. It can be people that just want short term relationships to feel that passion moment. I mean, they can last a month at a time, but it feels like maybe you are having a hard time with that, and it's made your self worth like go down, and that's why that moon's coming out. King of Pentacles, but your value. I mean, there is somebody that will see you as valuable because you are, and that will protect your values, if that makes sense. So to me, that's what, yeah, see, sad squirrel right now. And the reason that's saying that is because you've got to heal yourself you've got to love yourself before you can love anybody else. I think that if you work on that and concentrate on that, then everything will fall in line. But you do not have to have these one night stand like just to feel love, because that doesn't, and I'm not being mean. A lot of people like that are honest and say they don't want anything serious, but those type people are not going to love you the way you're wanting to be loved, and it feels like you have an incompleteness from that. So I would start by doing things to love yourself and to strengthen your relationship with who you are, and everything else will fall into place. And I've struggled with that for a long, long time. Okay, Miss Paula, give me just a second. Let me go back to your question. And anybody else that's just come in here, welcome. Thank you. If you have a question, please put it in the chat, and I'm just going like in the order that I'm seeing them. I'm on Paula right now. Okay, so Paula, I'm searching for clarity on a situation in my life, and I keep getting the message that it's the low-hanging fruit, but I'm hearing, seeing, understanding the guidance. Maybe I'm not meant to know, but I'm not hearing. Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay. Okay, so, and I understand if you don't have to give like specific details, Miss Paula, if you can give me like an example, like, are you having a hard time with like, okay, so sometimes low hanging fruit can be people that are pushing you into doing something that you really don't want to do, but those are the people like you hang out with, but they don't really care about you. You probably care more than they will ever care about you. Is it a situation like that? And I see everybody's question. Thank you for coming in here. I will get to you. Please be patient and just give me a minute and I'll get to everybody. Miss Paul, are you still in here? Oh, I thought the stream was acting crazy, y'all. And it may lag some, y'all. I don't know. We've had bad weather, so um sometimes this internet will do this because it's a pain in my butt most of the time. Okay, it's about your business. Okay, 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 okay. I got you. Okay. And that's what I was thinking. Somebody was jealous. Okay, let me pull cards, but that's for whatever reason I was okay. Give me just a second, Miss Paula. Got you. Y'all, I do not know how all these cards. I'm not sure. I'm telling y'all when I was shuffling a while ago, and I can mix some cards up and have a daggum mess, which is I don't know how I do what I do. I quit trying to figure that out years ago. I used to get asked all the time, how in the world did you end up with this kind of mess? I have no idea. That's what I would tell everybody. Okay, give me 1 second, y'all. Let me get something to drink. Take something to drink. Take something to drink. Yeah. Take something. Wow. Nor can I talk tonight, apparently. Okay. Everybody that's come in, I can't, my counter thing don't work sometimes, so I'm just saying hey to everybody, like every few minutes or whatever. If you have a question, ask it. I'm on Miss Paula. It may take me a minute, but I'll get to everybody. Thank y'all. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, all that. It does help. Okay. That's exactly okay. And I don't even read the first card first, but I knew you need to move away from those people. Not like literally move away from those people, but get away from those people. That sounds horrible. But it's not because they're going to end up doing something. Yeah. They're going to keep you from doing what you're wanting to do or try to because they're either going to, hang on, let me not say that, allegedly. But I don't think they have the best. I don't think they have the best intentions. Yeah, the magician. Yeah, they're trying to be manipulative. And I hate to say screw you. I don't know the other word either. Try to screw you over or steal from you. Like it's a thing of being jealous and just wanting what they can get from you. Oops. Yeah, they want to. King of Pentacles and the Emperor coming up. And I didn't have these in reverse or anything, but I'm reading these like they are. And that house, they're trying to make it chaos in your house, your business, whatever. But these I would read in reverse, and the Emperor in reverse and King of Pentacles is like dictators and selfish, greedy people. So to grow your business, and if you have people, if they're your employees or you're considering coworkers or whatever, sometimes you can't tell people coworkers. And I know we do that because like I don't like to have a business and be somebody's boss because I think everybody's grown, I don't want to be that kind of person, but because it's your financial that's in there, you have to be. And sometimes we have to not list people as coworkers and list them as your employees. It's not that they're under you, but there has to be some kind of rules. And the reason is because of people like this, because they will take advantage of a good person in a heartbeat. And that's where that low hanging fruit's coming from. Yeah, you're going to have to get rid of that to grow your business because I think that your spirit guides, your angels, Jesus is saying, I don't believe Jesus like cast a wand and like does bad things to people to punish them on, you know what I mean? I don't think that, but I do think that things happen when they need to happen and for your protection sometimes and to get your attention, you know, that low hanging fruit thing. I think that's why you're getting that. Yeah, 8 of Wands. And that's fast movement. And they're waiting to pounce to come in fast. 10 of Pentacles. They've been thinking about doing that for a while. That's like a well-rooted organization. I love my organization card. I call these the eyes wide shut people half the time. They don't have to be, but they get acting just like 'em. Might as well P. Diddy's people. Yeah, that's what that literally, that's exactly that's horrible. That's exactly what I thought about. Um, Folks like that that will just they gonna do what they want to get to the top. It don't matter who they knocking out, and they don't wanna have to work that hard to do it, if that makes sense to you. So what they wanna do is let you work hard to do it and then do whatever they can to manipulate to take you out. Literally, like, trying to sue you over something just to get your stuff, that just to see if it'll go through, and sometimes stuff like that does. 5 of sword, yeah, you see the, like, the bully, basically, the big, that's what they're trying to do. I mean, that's really what I feel like they're trying to do. Get to a point to where they can railroad you. So, yeah, low-hanging fruit. I would cut that off the vine and keep just, you know. Oh, yeah. Yeah, magicians. Yeah, I don't like the magician card is not always bad, but to me, when I see the magician card, yeah, I'm bad. But I always think of somebody trying to manipulate somebody, like, you know, do black magic. That's really what I think about. And black magic to me, people, I don't know what it is to everybody else. What I call what I do is not magic. Like, I'm not waving a wand. I'm not wishing anything. It's all about your intention. And to me, black magic is when you do bad or you want bad things to happen to people. And that's what I consider black magic. Your intention, people can read tarot cards and be evil. Like, it depends on their intention. Like, you really have to be careful because, I mean, oh my God. That's what I tell people. People will say, "What do I do if somebody's putting a spell on me?" Scream Jesus. I don't know anything else that's going to work. I do believe in Jesus. I know, I guess there's some that don't, but yeah, and, and when people try to tell me I'm not Christian, Christian means you believe in Christ, and yes, I do. Um, I do think that the masses, the people that be, change some stuff around in God's word, and they shouldn't have, and I don't think He's happy about that. But that's why I'm not against people in that are religious. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not against anybody. You can go to church and still do this, but you get judged a lot of times. But nobody's gonna tell me how I'm gonna talk to God. So that's why I do this. But anyways, when people ask me what to do about black magic, scream Jesus. That's all I know to you to do. I don't know what else you can do because that's the only thing that I can think of that's gonna protect you. So that's what I do. Because I've had people, what's your ritual before you start? I don't have a ritual. I just ask Jesus to protect, my intention, because my intention is good. Um, I don't do spells. I don't do any of that. I don't, that's not what I do. I want to help people with emotionally being better, with figuring out how to navigate life and do the best that they can do. See something, say something. You can't pay me enough money not to do the right thing, because karma, one way or another, good or bad, is gonna get it. Look at P. Diddy. How long has he been on top? And I literally have been waiting on that man to go down since I was 14 years old. When Biggie and Tupac died, I've been saying it that long. You talking about somebody had a party the other night? I called everybody. My friends were like, "Who cares?" Me. That's probably bad, but so, and all the rest of his idiots that where they kill, steal, whatever. That's ridiculous. All to stay on top. I don't need friends nor money that bad. Okay. I'm sorry, I go off on my rants because then people drive me crazy. Okay. You're welcome, Miss Paula. Yes, you're welcome. And yes, I would not feel bad. I would be, when I tell you to be careful, I don't mean be careful like that. Just make sure that you're recording, covering where they can't try to manipulate their way to come in and say you did something wrong. Cover your butt every way you need to, if that makes sense. And it's not nothing that you're intentionally going to try to do bad, but they're going to do whatever they can to do whatever against you, because that's the way those type people are. Okay. I saw another question. Let me see. Oh wait, I've got a couple of them. Hang on, y'all. Okay. Um, y'all, if my fiance comes in here singing, he forgot I was on live. He'll probably get embarrassed. So y'all just whatever. We'll just laugh and keep it moving. I try to remember. I try to remind him when he goes to come in that I'm on live. So I'm on live. Yeah, I told him you'd come in here singing. Okay, thank you. I mean, you can come over here. I don't care. The camera's not pointed. You're fine. I told him you'd probably come in here singing that it'd be okay. Thank you.
Sorry.
You're fine. Okay, so whose question was next? Let me see. Okay, Alex X. What are feelings for me? Okay. Let me get these cards shuffled just a little bit. Yeah, and this chair keeps on. I don't know. My chair has not been doing this. It keeps on. I feel like I'm sitting on the floor. Hang on, y'all. That thing's driving me crazy. Oh, I was. What is wrong with this thing? Okay, sorry. I'm really not that tall. I'm only like 5'3", and so this chair, if it starts going down, I start feeling like I'm sitting under the table or under the desk. Okay. Okay, Alex X. And for anybody that is just coming in, thank you. Just if you have a question, put it in the chat. Please, the only thing I ask is that you like, share, subscribe, comment, all that kind of stuff. Let's see. Okay. Sorry, y'all. My chat was blinking. Okay, Alex X. What's R's feelings for me? Okay. Well, he has not. He, she. Look, I'm bad about that, y'all. He, she. Yeah. The person has emotional feelings for you. That's definite coming out with the King of Cups. Okay. Either you or them one are okay with moving forward, but the other one is a little bit hesitant, it looks like. The Hermit coming out. And it could be both of y'all, you know what I mean, are hesitant. But it looks like they're willing to think, look outside the box, and risk it. And that Judgment card coming up is the judgment of the relationship, like worrying about, if I do go through with this, is it going to last? Is it going to end? Am I going to get hurt? Okay, I see. Thank you, Alex. Okay. And Queen of Swords, that is a logical, it feels like you may be logical, like, and if it is that you, like the Queen of Swords is truthful and logical, but sometimes they have a lack of emotion. So you have to learn to balance that. So, and in this situation, I feel he might be maybe more emotional than you are. But there's a Lover's card, and that's a good card. I think y'all both like each other. And y'all are willing to work hard at making something happen. So I think the feelings are mutual both ways. Y'all just got to be truthful with each other and talk about what y'all want for the future and what you both are willing to put in and boundaries. And those are good things to start with. But it looks, it looks good. The energy looks good right now. Let's pull one of these. Whoops, after I drop half of them. Oh, I was like, what is that? This says spy. Someone has their eye on you. You are doing your research. So I think that just means that y'all are both looking into each other and doing your research on each other. So while you're researching this, I'm sure he's researching, trying to figure out it will work too. But the energy does look good right now. So I hope that helped. And who's next? Let me get these cards up. And I know I'm going to say this wrong. Poonam, Poonam. Oh my goodness. Well, we are going to pray that you are not going to die of a disease. That's awful. I will keep you in my prayers. Are you sick now? You're welcome, Alex. You're welcome. Or, I mean, have you had to go to the doctor and them tell you something, or you just feel like you're going to be sick? Oh yeah, Miss Paul, I just saw where you said that. Yeah, if that's one of the ones you're thinking, don't take them on. Oh yeah, please don't take them on. I just read that and my heart just sunk. I was like, what? Okay. The last two that ask a question, are y'all still in here? And I know I'm saying your name wrong too. Tonia, Tonia Fallon. I'm gonna go ahead and go to your question. Until I can answer on the other one. Or wait a minute, I'm sorry. Richard was next. I'm sorry. Y'all, my chat was going crazy. And then Tony, I'll get to yours. Me and my wife are separated. What's our future? And is all the things I heard about are true? Okay, Tony, you're here. Okay. Okay, let me get Richard's and then I will get to yours. And there's somebody else that was in here. Oops. Richard, are you still in here? Oh, I can't see. Okay, Tony, I'm going to go to you. And the reason I am is in case they had to get up to go to the restroom or they got knocked out. That way they don't miss like their reading. And then Richard and the other person, anybody else that sees your question before then, if you are in here, when you get in here, let me know. And I'll go to your question. Okay. So, Tonya, where? Okay, there it is. Is Josh the right guy for me at this time? Okay. Is Josh the right guy for me at this time? Okay. Is Josh the right one for me at this time? She wants to know. Okay. Let's see. Oops. Okay, it does look like you're more relaxed with Josh maybe than you have been with previous people, around previous people. And that makes for, as you see, like happiness and, peace. Swords. Now it looks like he may be another, well, I've got a lot of People coming in here asking about logical people. It looks like he may be one, like, he tells the truth, it looks like, but he's more on the logical side, and he may lack giving you emotional, the emotional part that you need. Were you questioning any of that? I mean, can you see that in the person? And sometimes it don't come out. Like, sometimes I tell people something and they're like, well, I didn't really see that, but yeah, I can see where you're saying that. And a lot of times it comes out, especially in the first part of relationships, because you have to be able to do all of that and balance it in order to have a healthy relationship. Okay, Richard, you're here. Okay, give me just a second and let me finish this reading. I will get to yours. Okay. Tonya, that's let me see. See what comes out. Sometimes you need to get the stuff that comes out with it beside it. Three of Swords. Okay, and see, usually in the regular tarot, Three of Swords is like a heartbreak. With this deck, I don't feel that way with Three of Swords, because you see he's like shooting the arrow. So I think that he hasn't had an emotional side, or he's more logical, because one of two things: either he hasn't met the person that brought out his emotions, or people's played on his emotions before. But it looks like with you, he's going to open that side up. So make sure that, yeah, you're saying you want emotional support, so make sure that that's something that you're discussing, you know, what you both want out of a relationship, to make sure you are going toward the same thing. And boundaries. Yeah, and it looks like that is showing that you want emotional support. Like, you need that. It helps your confidence, which, I mean, it helps everybody's confidence. And with the Ten of Swords coming out, it looks like, honestly, I feel like both of you have been burnt with emotional before. Like, Ten of Swords, put a fork in me, I'm done. People have just like manipulated your emotions, or abused, or not been able to meet, you know, sometimes. And I'm not saying this is it, but a lot of times, and even if our parents don't mean to, because of life being life, a lot of times it lacks. If you are raised by one parent, sometimes it's not, everybody thinks it's always, no, because I have friends that have always been healthy mentally and only one parent raised them. It's all about how you perceive life at that time. And it looks like, and I'm feeling this with you, you've always had bigger people, like, that basically maybe told you how to feel, or you felt were just telling you how to feel, and that's the way you had to do, maybe tiptoe and not be able to express yourself emotionally. The happy squirrel come up though, but I think that's going to change. I think this person may be able to bring you some of that emotional support that you actually need. Now, you have to remember too, you can't just, if you're having issues, therapy is a good thing, because we cannot depend on our partner or anybody, even our friends, to be able to fix everything we have going on emotionally. Two of Wands, and that is manifesting. I mean, I feel like you've manifested somebody that would be good for you emotionally. The Star, yeah. I think that's the way this person will treat you, like a star, and that's what I think you're needing. Just make sure that you're meeting the other person's emotional needs too. Like I said, truthfulness at the beginning of a relationship is the best way to be. But I think that as long as y'all are doing that, then I think that y'all have a good chance. Yes, wife. 222B, put your question in. I'm going in. I'm on Richard now, so I just go in the order that people are answering me, because I try to make sure people are in here when I go to do the read. But yeah, go and put your question. If it's got a long question, you're gonna have to split it up, because I had to. Y'all see that? See, that's what I do. But anyways, I had to do a paragraph limit thing, because I had some trolls coming in here literally writing 10 pages worth of I don't know crap. So I fixed it. So you just have to, you're welcome. You just have to, thank you, wife 222. You just have to split your question up if it's long. And Richard. So you're wanting to know, I did read your question. Let me go back up here so I can make sure I read it. You and your wife separated. You want to know what's your future and if all the things that you heard about her were true. Well, just from the question, the way it was formed, it don't sound like the stuff that was said was good. Okay, so we're going to start with the first. Well, we're going to start with is the stuff you heard true? That may be the important. Feels like it is anyway. After I drop the whole deck of cards again. Okay. Okay. So I'm not good at sugarcoating things, so not going to. And all I can do is say what I see. It's not always right. There's no way for anybody to be 100%. So this is me saying that these cards made me nervous, and I'm just going to blurt out what I'm seeing. It looks like, I don't know what you heard, but, and I hope I'm not supposed to tell you something new that, and if you don't know this part, don't just go assume somebody did this. Ask, like, I'm going to say it, and then I'll tell you what I mean. It looks like she was trying to balance you and somebody else. I mean, that's a balance, and that is her on this boat going this way while she's trying to balance this over here. But like, I wouldn't, if that's not what you heard, I wouldn't just call her and be like, I just talked to Tara and she said you were cheating on me. Because that, I mean, it could be even emotional. It might not even be literal. So that's why I tell people, because I don't, God forbid, I don't, but if that's what you were hearing and want to know if it was true, then yes, I feel that was true. Well, and now that come out, I feel like I was on the right path. And yes, you can be added to the list. Go ahead and ask your question. I'm just going in the order people are asking and that they're in here. Let's see, Richard. I'm going to see if I can get anything because those are kind of vague. Feels like there's some reason that she's, and I don't mean this in any kind of way. You don't have to answer this. Do you have a decent job, like making decent money or something like that? And see, this is somebody walking away. That's like y'all fighting and you trying to figure out if you need to walk away or not. Feeling trapped. That's moving forward. So I believe you just need to keep on trucking it the way you are. And I hate to say that, like being separated, but that's going to be your justice, your truth from dealing with somebody that's actually sad inside, that is trying to play both sides of the wheel, if that makes sense. Trying to have their cake and eat it too. And I know that can be upsetting. And I know, you know what I mean? Like, you can't change people sometimes, and it's really not you. I know you feel like you're losing out, but it's gonna be her in the end because you can't be greedy like that if this is what's going on. Like I said, I don't. It I'm not always right, of course, so I feel like you tried to make it a happy home and you did everything and probably more than what you needed to. And it also feels like, yeah, like you gave her the world. And she gave you the magician, the manipulation, the trying to make you think she appreciated it, but she didn't because she just wanted both ends of the candle lit. And you can't do that. You can't be married and still live like you're not married. I mean, most people are not going to go for that. And I mean, I feel like that's you standing up in defense saying, look, I'm not, and you don't have to, oh, well, alrighty then. That's why that come up. So, were you hearing that she was cheating on you more? Um, yeah, then that your justice would be to steer clear and um defend yourself, defend your honor because it's not right. You if you're gonna take an oath and marry somebody, then you can't be and it feels like she kind of made you walk on like a tightrope, like that you were doing something wrong. You were maybe in defense of yourself, trying to figure out if you were doing. No, that was just her trying to make excuses so she felt okay to go do what she was doing. And that's honestly the way I feel. Yeah, Knight of Swords, and that's the truth. That's the way I feel. Somebody coming in with the truth, and that's just, you know. But I do feel that I would go ahead and start. Yeah, was she mean with her words? That's Queen of Swords, and feel like that's in reverse. Like she could be cunning, like very mean with her, cold with her words, and make you feel real bad. And she she shouldn't have been doing that because she was actually the one being a brat. But I think she also expects you to just take her back. I can't stand people like this. And yeah, I'm a female, but I can't. That energy right there just drives me crazy. Um, she got a little bit of P Diddy in her. She thinks she's worth more than anyway. Yeah, that's the way I feel about that. But yeah, and I mean, it. I'm not going to say anything about her not worth, but it feels like she. Okay, so if that's the case, the person that she's seeing probably she's going to have to take care of them. So she wants a lifestyle she has with you because you're going to work, but she wants to do what she does with them, and that's just yeah, you can't. That's greedy. You can't be like that. So, Mr. Richard, what I would do is the process of healing. And if you're talking to her because she thinks she has you, if you're talking to her, she thinks she's going to be able to get to you. And if you have a weakness, do not talk to her. I would try not to talk to her. I also feel like she's very manipulative. So make sure you are covering yourself so that she can't, and I hate to say this, like get a bunch of alimony. I don't know if you'll have kids or anything. Of course you got to take care of your kids, but don't let, you need to make sure that she's going to try to get whatever she can get is what I'm saying. So, of course, take care of your kids and don't, I mean, and two, if y'all have kids, they cannot help it. Their mama's their mama, no matter what you feel like, that's still their mama. You, their daddy, no matter what she feels like. So, putting them in the middle of it, they don't need to know all that if you have kids. But I would just make sure, the best respect you can give for their mama is not tell them she's a brat, but make sure that the kids are being taken care of and emotions are being met because sometimes, and I'm a female, so I'm going to say this, females and even males, but females like that are not worried about the emotional beings of their kids or they don't realize what they're doing. So, um, I grew up with a mama that my mama and daddy were together when they were teenagers, but when they separated, he had a girlfriend and my mama terrorized me about that woman. I couldn't like her. I couldn't do nothing. So that's what I'm saying there. I will say this. Oh, I just hit my head, y'all. That was great. I mean, I think I just about knocked myself out. That was wonderful. I don't, pe- people being around kids today, you need to be very careful who is around your kids, friend wise, any kind of wise. Because these kids are coming up missing 2 and 3 a day, probably more than that. So I'm just saying. But if she thinks she can use, if y'all have kids, anything she can use over your head, what I'm saying to you, she's going to try. So just make sure that you are aware of that. You don't have to tell her that you're aware of that. I would talk to her the least you have to. If y'all have kids, you talk to her about the kids. And when she starts talking about something, hang up. Make sure you talked about what you need to about the kids. Hang up on her after that. I would journal. I mean, recording conversations now I think is illegal in some states, but I would journal the days you talk to her, what you talk to her about, all of that. Just cover your butt is what I'm saying. Yes, you can just put in your question. I just got done with Mr. Richard. I think you will find somebody that cares about you, Richard, but two, make sure you're not just giving when you get with people, because that, if it's a bad female that wants to take from you, they're going to sense that from the beginning and they're going to use you. So you may have to come off a little bit more hard than what you actually are when you first start dating again. Because if you come off too sweet, they're going to take you for everything. And I feel like you're that kind, you want to do everything you can because that's the way maybe you were raised or whatever, but you still deserve emotional support, even if you are going to be the one working. I mean, if you do, you might not want your partner to work, but you still have needs and emotional things that need to be met as well. Okay. Wife 22B, I believe you are next. Let me. Okay, going through a transformation during this break. I wanted to take from a relationship. Are you saying you wanted to, hang on. Okay, you took a break from somebody and you're wanting to know the energy surrounding you and the guy that you took a break from. Is that correct? Okay. Yeah, and wife 22B, if you're trying to send a long message, you just have to split it up. I had to do that because of trolls, because they were sending me 10 pages, so I just fixed it where you couldn't put but so many words in it, so that way they would stop, because it was driving me nuts. You just have to break it up. Okay, so let's see. Let's see. Okay, so his energy toward you looks like his energy toward you was he wanted a family. I mean, he wanted everything. He wanted the whole white picket fence, family, all that. That's what he was wanting. I feel like you were not sure exactly. Maybe you had more than one option and you didn't know what you wanted to do. I will tell you, sometimes the grass is not greener on the other side, but if you're not ready to settle down, then that's another thing. Yeah, he was ready to move forward with the white picket fence, the house, family, all that. And anybody just coming in here, all you have to do is just ask your question. It might take me a minute to get to you, depending on where you're at in line. I don't know how many people's in here, but the only thing I ask is that y'all like, share, subscribe, that kind of thing, to help my social media platform. I don't really charge for readings. I do some that, that are very intense. If y'all are wanting some kind of full reading, like as far as shadow stuff, I do. I really don't charge that much. I didn't realize what other people were charging, so people probably think I'm a dork, but my website should, I think, if it's not, then my email is, you can just send me an email to, my mind went blank, I'm sorry, to tarot.echoes@gmail.com. So tarot.echoes at gmail.com. And tell me what kind of reading you're wanting, and I can tell you the prices. I usually don't charge over $30, and some of those readings are like 2-hour long readings, depending, especially if you're doing emotional healing or like trauma stuff, things like that. If you're trying to open up some of your gifts, like you have to go through all the shadow stuff, like your inner child stuff. There's people charging $400 for that stuff. I didn't know that. I'm just trying to help. Everybody's time is valuable, so I'm never fixing to charge a bunch to do that. Anyway. Ones. So yeah, I feel like he was willing to fight for you, stand up for you. Like that's like a big person standing up, protection, that's the way I feel with that. But there was some kind of secrets, and I don't know if that's you or him, but I mean, the energies around y'all look like the lovers. I mean, it looks like it could work if y'all are both on the same page. And it says, well, you did say you were going through a transformation. So if you're wanting to know, would it work after the transformation? Yeah, I mean, it looks like this person's here for the long haul, like through your growth and all. Like I said, with the moon coming out, it feels more like, and I'm not saying anything bad, like more like you. It's not like a secret, but I guess like kind of keep it from him that you just wanted to kind of go through your transformation and maybe play the field or something. The Hierophant, and with this coming out like that, I feel like, marriage, but I think that this could be somebody potentially that you could marry and, would be able to, y'all would be good together. He would keep you from being out in the cold, and you could keep him from being out in the cold, if that makes sense, and justice. So the truth, yeah. It's a good balance. So that's what I'm getting there. If you have another question, just let me know. I hope that helps. Okay, and you don't play the field. Yeah, I would just say, sometimes when you're going through a transformation, it's not playing the field, but it's like, even if you don't have different options, I think we just do that, especially if you're with somebody through college or high school or something. I did this. You just want to know, is there anybody else out there, or is that the person I'm supposed to be with? I mean, I kind of feel that's basically what you were doing. It's not that maybe there was somebody else, but maybe you just wanted to see, is this really what I'm supposed to be doing? And if you're having questions about how he felt about you, the moon did come out though. So if you don't have secrets, I mean, I would make sure that there's nothing going on with him. And it could have just been something like in the darkness, like covering up your transformation or something. And this is just what you had to do to be free. It may not be secrets, but I would just, make sure y'all are being honest with each other. Make sure that you're setting good, healthy boundaries, and that y'all are going in the same direction. That way, because two people are going in two different directions, it usually becomes some kind of wreck. Okay, yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes there's not anybody else, and it's not even that you want anybody else, but you just, it's just, we have to do things to grow sometimes. And sometimes we have to do that to clear our everything. We all go through transformations, and I've been there, and I was the type that I just got rid of everything and got everything new when I would go through transformation. So, and it's not even bad if you did want to see other people because you're not married yet. You know what I mean? Like you were honest and you took a break. So a lot of people don't do that. They just go through on the side trying to do something. So that's very honorable, actually. Because most people don't say, hey, I want a break. They just go do whatever, and then that causes issues. Okay, yeah, if y'all are trying to it won't let you use all caps or whatever, and the reason I do that is because YouTube, like, their AI things, I don't know why it matters, but they come in and strike you and do this and do that and drive me crazy about caps. I do not know why they care, but they do for whatever reason. It's because they have AI bots doing their job. Okay. Who is You've been working out? Yeah, and a lot of times working out and stuff and exercise, because I didn't realize that, and I've started now because I need to be outside walking a lot, but even just working out, it opens up and does a lot. And if you're doing that for confidence in yourself and that's a transformation, that's a big deal too, because sometimes we have to leave everything else behind so that we can learn to love ourselves. So yeah, that's like, and a lot of people are not truthful like you were with your partner. So that's something to be said there, I believe. Okay, and let me see who's next. CHEB. Um, David's feelings, thought, and energy towards you. 40. Okay. Give me just a second. I'm going to shuffle these cards. Okay. I'm getting the card shuffled and we will find out David's feelings and energy towards you. Okay. 10 of Cups. Well, it looks like he does like have some kind of emotional connection, like, you know, wanting it all with you. Ace of Wands, being able to see that action happen, creating that action of a family life. Let's see. What else can we get on how David feels for the energy? Ten of Swords. He's ready to move out of, you know, the hurt and heartache that I think maybe that he's had with other relationships, or ready to help you heal from other relationships, or a little bit of both. The Hierophant, so that's like when we're talking about this kind of thing, like the marriage card and higher knowledge, like I'm seeing it as like a commitment card. So I believe that he does want to make the commitment, yeah, and take care of you is what it feels like, the Emperor. Well, and I'm throwing cards on the floor. 1 second. Let me see if I can not knock myself out this time when I pick it up. Okay, the Emperor. So, and that's like the man that does all card, you know, that takes care, that's a balance emotionally, financially, can keep everything in balance and take care of the house and the home. Pretty much has it all. Knight of Swords, and that is truth coming in, you know, telling the truth, coming in with a message, you know, of positivity and truth. Four of Pentacles. So, Four of Pentacles is like holding something valuable to you. So I feel like he feels like you're valuable and he, you know, wants to hold that and make memories and all that. And King of Cups, that's the King of Emotions. So who can meet your emotional needs as well as logical, you know, stability. And that would be celebrating y'all's happiness. So I think that he feels like y'all can do something and that y'all have a future together. Give me just a second and we'll, oh my God, well, let me turn these cards right. That's what's wrong. We'll pick a Love Oracle. Or they're not all Love Oracles, but they, which I need to separate them because some of them are and some of them are not. Some of them. See, yeah, I should have took some of these out. Love spell, you have been witched, but it's just the positive message that goes along with this one that, you know, y'all have a chance to have a love spell, not really a spell, but you know. And I moved my mic, so I don't know if you could hear me or not because I just moved it all the way back. Yes, ma'am. If you have anybody has any other questions, let me know. Let me see. I don't know who's in here. Okay. I'm going to be in here about 5 or 10 more minutes unless people have. Oh, wait, I do have somebody else. Nancy. I'm sorry. Why am I just not saying that? Okay, Miss Nancy, I'm sorry. Okay. But still, yeah, I'll probably be in here about 5 or 10 more minutes. And I'm going to start doing this probably once a day. Try to. I can't swear it's going to be every day. Probably, I may do it twice a day, maybe some in the morning and then some in the evening, just because I have some people, and then like people in the UK and stuff, the time is different. So I try to do it to appease everybody. Yes, ma'am, Miss Nancy. Yes, ma'am, I am. I see it now. I've got to change my thing because it's white. And I have a hard time seeing it. I don't know when this stuff started my background like that. But I got to fix it next time. Somehow I ended up with a clear background. Let me see your question. You want to know current energy towards you, what we're in no contact, third party situation. Okay. We're in no contact with third party situation. Okay. So y'all don't speak at all, right? Or do y'all speak through a third party? That's what I'm trying to make sure that y'all, are you saying you don't speak and not even through a third party, or that y'all do speak through a third party? Okay, let me shuffle these just a little bit. That dog is outside barking, about to drive me crazy. Crazy. I don't even think they're barking anything. Barking at themselves, I think. Okay. Oh, okay. I got you. So he is with another. Okay. Okay. What is the energy around how he's feeling? Not. Okay. What's the energy around how he's feeling? Okay. Do you know if it looks like he's trying to move away from the relationship he's in now, maybe? I mean, that could mean he was trying to get away from you, but y'all are not even talking, and I just don't feel that way. So I feel like he's maybe is in a relationship he's trying to get away from. And that verifies to me with the King of Swords, King of Truth, King of Logic, King of, he uses his brain. He don't feel the relationship's going anywhere, but the emotional side is he's trying to do it slow and steady, maybe. The star come out, so it looks like something maybe shined a light on something that is making him feel he needs to get away from that relationship too, maybe. Another card on the floor. And then King of Pentacles come out. To me, that means he feels like he's holding up the relationship. Maybe financially, he feels like he's holding up. It's being a drain on him. And it looks like he's looking to the future to see what else is out there, that he's waiting for his ship to come in, that he wants to see what else is out there because this relationship just is not a value anymore to him, maybe. Not that it wasn't ever value, but it just doesn't feel the same. Okay. And I see where you're saying you're here. If you ask a question, re-ask it again, just so I can find it down here. So go ahead and just post your question again. And when I get done with this one, I will get to you. He feels trapped, sort of, it feels like. And like that's the trap card. And then this 5 of Swords, he feels big trapped. I mean, like whether it's emotionally trapped, but yeah, the devil's coming out for that. So it looks like that relationship has some sort of either codependency, or maybe his partner has some kind of addiction or is cheating or doing something that is a devilish like energy, sorry, I've got to fix my chair. Like, my gosh, this stupid microphone, I swear. Anyway, some kind of energy that is negative in their relationship. So okay, and how does he feel toward you? Okay. Sometimes, and I see now, because all that come out to say this, and it probably just so you got it told a complete message is why all that come out first, I'm sure. Okay, so let's see. And so how does he feel about her? It looks like it's something he wants to work on. The relationship, something of value he wants to work on. So to me, that would mean relationship, to start talking to, see if it'll work. Knight of Cups, yeah. That's a Prince Charming card. So he wants to come in and sweep you off your feet, basically. But he's got to, the death card does not mean a literal death. He's got to go through the transformation of getting out of this relationship, if that makes sense. That's what that death card means, that he's got something he's got to complete, to go through ending this relationship so that he can plant roots and work on you and him. So, and Queen of Swords coming out, that's like my truth and logic card. So I do think he has feelings for you, but he's got to figure out how he's going to get away from that relationship. But it feels like something holds him there, like whether she's making him feel guilty or something, I don't know, but that's what it feels like. Yeah, see that give and take thing, he's trying to balance it, the give and take. So I think she's maybe emotionally manipulative or something. 5 of Wands, all those bats, he's like fighting trying to figure out. And see the 3 of Cups, it's like one needs to go. You know what I mean? Like three's a crowd. The Magician, I said something about manipulating. Yeah, she's manipulating his feelings or something, making him feel bad, so he's staying. Yeah, and I think with him, I get the feeling that he is like a one-person man. Like he's not, because he does not want to lead you on. He wants to complete this relationship. I think that's why that death card come out. He wants to completely, before he wants to do it right. Yeah, he wants to keep the balance, the value and balance to, doing things right. So that may be why he didn't answer you. What I would do is give it a little bit of time. Let me see. Let's see something. In just a second. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, to me that insinuates him leaving her. And it's this coming up, it's like he's like giving her, she's giving him a guilt trip. Don't leave me out in the cold, but this insinuates that he is, and the hermit coming up right there means he's getting away. That's a isolation card. That don't mean he's not going to be with you. I'm saying though, but that just verifies to me. I don't know how long it will be. I mean, I feel in the next 3 months, but he's leaving something that's not a value of him and to do it on his own to find something. Yeah, I mean that's the way it's looking. I mean, as far it looks like he does have feelings for you. So as long as that energy stays like that, then yes. This mainly though, like when I say it's not about you, it's not about you. That's not what I mean. But it's not like he's got to do this and get away from that before he can even think about having a future with you, if that makes sense. But that's the sun card and it come out. So that's the luck and love and all that warmth card. So yeah, I mean, if the energy stays the same, then yeah, I think that y'all will. But I wouldn't push them because that may make them go, you know, make them, yeah, because see, he needs to feel like I don't think it's an unhealthy way that he has to strengthen the relationship. He don't want to feel like he's been made to do something because he runs from that. So if that makes sense. So yes, I do. If you're like me and you're impatient though, it sucks sometimes. I think you're going to have to kind of, I don't mean go on with your life and not think about them, but try to just let it happen as it happens, if that makes sense. Okay, and I'm on your question now. The company where I'm currently working, will I continue working there for the next 3 months? Okay, give me 1 second. Yeah, Miss Nancy, I would not. I mean, if you, you know, leave them a voicemail, say, hey, I just wanted to let you know I was thinking about you, I was just worried about you, and leave it short. And I would do that every 15, 30 days. I wouldn't do it all the time, but I would make sure when you're reaching out to him, you're just showing him emotional support. Like I wouldn't bash his anything because he kind of feels his energy feels like he's kind of personable, like he don't like everybody knowing all his business or whatever. So I would just do it vague, but let him know you're emotionally there for him. That way it keeps I'm gonna say wand energy, like the fire, the passion, the emotional part and all that still connected somewhere, if that makes sense. Well, thank you. Yeah, I'm not always. I try to be like, I don't try to be perfect. I try to figure it out. And that's why I like doing what I do. Um, and the reason is because I never had anybody do this to help me because I didn't know anything about tarot card. I didn't know. I was always told they were evil, this, that, and the other. So I get excited just because I'm like, oh my God, I could have solved a lot. So that's why I like doing this. I usually I just started doing this as far as the free reading things. I do true crime. If you see my YouTube, you'll see that I'm all in. I'm an Aquarius, okay? So my whole reason of being is truth and justice, truth and justice. And I didn't know that about myself. I didn't know that was the way Aquarius was, so I read it. So I was like, holy crap. So I do a lot of true crime readings, but I'm gonna start doing it in the morning and the afternoons or the evenings, I think. Um, Usually I'm gonna start putting in the community posts, so just pay attention to the community thing. I know people don't, but it should if you subscribe to me, it should come up. Make sure you hit the bell that says always or whatever, um, because I was doing the ones that just said certain ones would show me, so I never got notified for anything. So, yeah, and 2, if you want to, you can comment on one of the videos and ask me the question, or actually you can send it to my email tarot.echoes@gmail.com. I'll put it in the chat real quick and ask me your question, and I can get back to you on it too if it's a longer one. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. You're from India? Oh, well, nice to meet you. What time is it there? It's 10:15 PM here, but I don't know about India. I really haven't looked at the time difference. And okay, and I'm doing yours now. Yes, Miriam, post your question. And let me go back up here and read yours. Okay, the company where I'm currently working will I continue working there for the next 3 months? Okay, that's what I thought. I wanted to make sure though. Okay, let me shuffle the cards. Get all the other energy out of there. Whoops. Okay. We'll continue working at the company for the next 3 months. Is the company like trying to close down, or is this just are you waiting on a new opportunity in 3 months, or yeah, because it looks like you're putting a lot of, I mean, there's a lot of work going into whatever you're doing at this company, and it's valuable to you. It seems like it's valuable, whatever you're doing there. It looks like you're bringing valuable. It looks like you're bringing valuable knowledge to them, and you're making them money. Queen of Cups, and I mean, it feels like you're emotionally attached to them, or like emotionally attached to what you're doing. It's 8:46 a.m. Okay, yeah, you are like a whole nother day ahead of me. But that way I can keep that in mind when I'm doing them. But yes, I will be on my time. It will be probably morning time, your time. I will do some in the evening. Oh, you want to work there in the next 3 months? Okay, so that's even better because it looks like you're putting a lot of work into working there. Then it's something that is of value to you, and you will give value to them. And emotionally, yeah. So if you're saying that you want to work there, those prospects look very good. Give me just a second. Well, what am I there? Okay, now. Ace of Wands. So yeah, you're able, like, get passion. You're putting passion, energy, action into this. So it looks like you're working hard. Queen of Swords. So you're very logical thinking, smart, honest. It looks like you would do that company a bit of good. I mean, that would do good for you, but the Lovers, and that does not always mean the Lovers like you're with somebody, but it looks like in this case it's a good relationship is what I see. So yes, I think the prospects are good. Very good. It looks very high, actually. Will you work there in the next 3 months? Yeah, yeah. It looks. I can't guarantee that, but if the energy stays like this, then yes, because those are all positive cards. I mean, especially with the Lovers coming out as the last card. that's a positive situation, a good collaboration, if that makes sense. So I believe so. Like I said, energies can change, we never know what's going to happen tomorrow, but if it stays like that, then yes, I think so. Yeah. Everything looks to be working for you. It looks like you have all the tools they need and everything's working in your favor. So I think so if these energies stay the same. I really do. And this seems like something, like I said, you are passionate and really want to do. So I'm glad that I was glad to actually see those cards. Okay, and who was next? Miriam, what would Andre tell me if he called me drunk? Okay. Now make sure that you're doing what you need to application wise or any kind of restrictions or whatever they have. Yeah, you as far as your money looks, it looks like you are of value to them. So it does look like it's more money. It's also looks like something you're more passionate about, but just make sure you're like, I don't know if they have requirements or whatever for you to work there. Make sure you are staying on top of everything you have to do to make sure you get that job there too. We always have to remember that. Okay, Miriam, and you want to know what would Andre tell you if he called you drunk? Are you wanting to know? I'm just ask you this. That's funny. I never had anybody ask me a question like that, so that's funny. I'm sorry. Are you wanting to know how he really feels, like the truth, if he could relax all the way, so like his subconscious, because the subconscious is always going to give you truth. Whether they will say that or not is another story, but somebody's subconscious is how they really truly feel. So that's what I want to make sure that we're on the same page and what you're trying to get. And the reason I ask that is this, because the intent of what we're doing is everything. So, not that I'm saying you're doing something sneaky. I'm just saying that, if your intent is because you want to know how he truly feels, you want to know the truth, that's like his subconscious, and that's what I was wanting to know. Okay. Okay. So let's see. Well, so in your case, in the energy I'm getting it, if he was going to call you drunk, and the devil does not always mean bad things, it can mean something sexual. So that might be something he's telling you. And then Queen of Wands, like the Queen of Wands is like the life of the party. Somebody that this I feel like is a feminine energy. So I feel like he feels like you are somebody really pretty that people want to be around all the time. So that was funny that the devil card come out. That's hilarious. That is funny. Because usually when you're drunk, that's usually what you're going to call and tell somebody about. So that makes sense. The star, yeah, he feels like, I don't know if you know this, or maybe you do, or maybe he don't. I feel like you're very pretty. I mean, I just do. I feel like you're very pretty, and that he really thinks that. So if he was drunk, he might tell you a lot of different things that he probably wouldn't tell you if he was sober, because he wouldn't be brave enough. That's funny. The Lovers. I think I think subconsciously too that he likes you. Two of Wands, he's trying to balance how to manifest you or get you, Queen of Swords, because he thinks that you, the Queen of Swords, somebody who is logical and pretty and has everything. Queen of Cups and has all the emotion. The Hierophant is like a commitment card. So if he were drunk, he would probably tell you nasty things that he wants to do, I'm sure. Or he may tell you that he does drugs. I mean, it can mean that too, but I think it's the other. Because he feels like you are the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Cups, and the Queen. He just feels like you're a queen, period. Honestly, is what it looks like, and the Star. And he is trying to balance and manifest on how to get you, is what it looks like to me. I mean, that's all I can say is the truth, and that's what it looks like to me. I hope that's what you were wanting to know. Okay, let's see. I don't see anybody else's questions up here. Like I said, I know a lot of people are not in this country, and so time is different. So I'm going to try to do this in the morning and in the evening. I do also do true crime readings if you know somebody missing. Well, I'm glad, Miriam, because I was like, well, I'm not sure what you want to know, but so if he was going to call you drunk, he'd be telling you you're very pretty. So if he's not telling you that, he really thinks that, though, I think. So that's funny. You're welcome. But I do true crime stuff. So if there's a cases, it doesn't matter what country it's in. Now, I don't know the laws in some other countries, so I might have to ask y'all that, but I will do readings for whatever country cases, missing kids especially, things like that. So if there's a certain case you want me to cover, let me know. If there's a certain celebrity topic, some of them I care for better than other ones. I do the royals. I really don't care I think we're not talking about what I think. Anyway, I probably put them and Biden in the same class, but I will do readings on those. So y'all just let me know. Again, my email is tarot.echoes@gmail.com. You can also leave me a comment on any of the videos. Leave me a comment on a community post, whatever. And I pretty much get back to everybody. But if you're needing shadow readings or deeper readings, like I said, I don't charge over, I think the most one I have is $45, and that's like a 3-hour reading, and that's really deep into emotions. But healing things like that, all of that. I have a website. I think it's listed. If it's not, I'm going to make sure it's listed on my YouTube. But you should be able to go to my YouTube, and it will actually let you schedule the reading. So you can also email me and schedule one. You can do it that way. It doesn't matter if you want, if you're needing deeper stuff like that. I do these kind of readings free just because I just do. And the other ones, I apparently don't charge what other people did, because I did one the other day and this girl's like, this other lady wanted $500 for the exact same thing. I'm not saying anything about that. They probably do charge more. I just don't, just because I just don't. So anyway, but that's just me. Not everybody works the same. That's all I can say. Okay, so I'm going to get off from here and eat some dinner. I didn't realize it was 10:30 at night here. So, and I'm sorry the last couple of days have been hectic. My fiance's very good friend got murdered yesterday, and I've been out of my head, I think, or something, losing it, feeling like I was losing my mind. So, yeah. But I will be back on in the morning as far as American time, and then I will probably do, like I said, the evening as well. So, whoever's in here, thank you very much. Y'all please like, share, subscribe, and have a good evening.